welcome to another edition of Craps Down Under. So today I'm going to continue our march to our 10k and I'm going to use our $1,700 bankroll this time. So we have grown it a little bit from our last session because we did have a win. We've built all of our reserve bankrolls to $1,500 a piece, so now we're just punching through to get to that final 10k. So given we've got 1,700 as our session bankroll, that would make our kind of target around that, what is that, 3,500, sorry, 350, 400, 500, somewhere there. So anything above 400 is fine, really. So let's get coloured up, or coloured down, if that's probably the right word. I'm going to hand this this 1,000 in, and I'm going to get 2 rows of green. Let's do that. Now I do need to fix up a couple of dealing errors and whatnot. Thanks to Rob, he did notice I had underpaid my VIG. I think I paid 7 instead of 12, so I do owe $5 back for that. I'm also owed $30, so instead of the 30, I'll take back the 30, so I've just paid 5. Now I'll get back my 30, so the net change is effectively 25. Net change. Now there were some other little minor VIG things, I think, where I've paid more than I should, or I didn't get as much as I was supposed to. And look, I'm not going to worry about it when it's me, when I've not received from the house. I'm not going to worry about those little ones where it's only a little minor amount. But if it's a larger amount, and certainly any time I owe the house, I'll always pay. But if the house owes me a little bit, I'm not going to worry about those little things. They're just not worth the trouble. So what do we got here? Get some reds. Let's do that. Maybe I'll get 1 row of reds, and let's put the rest. Keep 600, hold 600 back. Take this back to the house, and I'll probably need to get some whites. So let's do that. Get some whites. All right. So we're all set up now. I thought, since Jacob just put out his 6, 7, 8 video, I thought, well, in honour of all the good stuff Jacob teaches, I'm going to do 6, 7, 8. I'll do my variation, I guess, is the best way to describe it. I'm not going to say I do it exactly the way Jacob does, but I'll follow the base outline of his strategy, and because his strategy does have a lot of variations within it. And he does suggest different ways you can play it depending on what number your don't bet travels to, and he even says you can even use come bets and things like that. So we'll just see how we go with it. But it is I guess it's a fairly aggressive strategy. Actually, what I might do, I might take that purple back and get some blacks. Get 5 blacks. 5. There we go. So I basically got 6 blacks sitting over here. So I'm going to start off. I'll put 150 on the don't pass, and let's get some dice. Here we go. Those 2 will do, and we're coming out. So we're on the 6. So that means we get the iron cross for cheap, as Jacob says. And we go into the field, 25 in the field. So this way we collect on every number. We just don't want the 6 to hit. And we also make some money on the 7. All right, so we've got a 4. So that pays there. Now, I typically are one of these people who like to parlay my field bets. So I'm going to give that a go, see if I can get back-to-back fields. And we've got a 10. I'll actually find when it works beautifully. So I typically then go back down to the base bet after that. But I can be a little bit more aggressive and put a little bit more there if I really want. 6, so 6 pays 70, so there's my 70, that pays, if I bring this back, there's my 70, I'll put that back, rack all this. Oh sorry, 6 is the point. What have I done? Need to take that back. I was thinking I was on the 8 for some reason. So that stays there. This comes back. So just being clear, I'm not taking anything. So I lose all of that, and I lose my don't. So I thought I was on the 8 for some reason. So we lost our DC, our DP I should say. So now we go back onto now these are off. So just to be clear, I'm going to put this on now. I know I don't have to put the lamina, but I'm just trying to do it so it's clear to everyone. 9. 9's the point. All right, so Jacob says, look, there's different things you can do here. I'm actually probably going to play again an iron cross and just leave out the 5 and keep it cheap rather than laying the odds. We got the 6. So lose that there, but we pick up there. All right, go back there, react that. Now we've got double in the bubble. We don't mind that. All right, so I'll leave 1 there, parlay it. 9, unfortunately. Like I always do, I keep knocking my don't bets. So that's like, we've lost 300. So I don't think we've actually made that much. Whoops, don't think we've made that much yet. But I do win something here. So I'll take that all back, go back into here. So that comes off, these are off, and set another point on the 6. All right, so there, now we're working. Now, as I said, I don't have to put that marker there, but I'm just trying to be clear about it. That's nice, ace deuce, so we win in the field. And we've got an 8. So, fortunately the parlay didn't pay well this time. So we only pick up the 20. Got 9. So okay, I'll try it again. And beautiful, we got it. We got a 4. So it's a double. Effectively, we get 3 units for 1. Take them all back. All right. Here we go. We've got a yo. Alright, so possibly I should have stayed in there, lifted up that extra roll, but you never know. We've got a 7. Alright, so we lose all this, but we do get 100, 150. Basically, because I had that parlay, that was winnings, but there we are. I've got something back. Back in the rack. New shooter coming out. And we've got a 5. Alright. So I am noticing we've only got 3 blacks here, so just there's 1 on the felt, but just being aware, I might actually just colour a couple of those up just to keep myself sort of accurate to where I want to be. Right, so this is again one of where we get the iron cross for cheap because our don't's on the 5. And we've got the 9. So that pays there. I'll try parlaying it. And we got the 4. All right. When you get those back-to-back fields, it is a beautiful thing. But when you don't, then you've just done your money, haven't you? Just thrown away a win. 8. So There's our, put that in our rack, All right. And again, I keep hitting these don'ts. I don't know if it's just me, but I thought I'd give one of Jacob's strategies a go. But my fear with the big don'ts is I always hit points, and this is no different. I'm not seeing anything different today. Literally treading water, I guess. We're down, what have we got? We've got 300, let's just see, 400, 50. So we're down 150. So anyway, it's not too bad. Now we're back to even. So that puts us even. I'll take that one back. Now if I was really aggressive, I could parlay this guy too, but given it is a large don't, I'm not really inclined to do that. 8 means we could play this at a much bigger level. Alright, so we'll move that one over to the 5. Got no room there. 25 in the field. Here we go. 9. Alright, so wins in the field. And we've got a yo. So the parlay today has actually worked very well for us. Parlaying in the field. Doesn't always work that way. And there's our 7. Alright. And that's fine, because take all this down. There's our 150. And we can chuck all that back in our rack. Alright, so what I might do, 4. Let's try and get ourselves back to even. So I've got 5, plus I've got on the felt, 150 on the felt. And we've got a little bit up our sleeve here too. So not doing too badly. Now we haven't used these. Maybe I should, might take these back, because we haven't really needed them. I was thinking if I was going to play it like a $42 level. There's my 20 for my whites, but that'll just give me a little bit more space in the rack. All right, so I'll put that there as my profit. All right, coming out, and we're on the 6. All right, this is another one where we get it for cheap. Iron cross for cheap. Three. Now you don't have to do a parlay, you could just do a little press if you want, but can't complain about that. Things are going well for us. Alright. Oh, well, I should have left it up there. But anyway, you just can't complain. Can't complain about any of that. It's a beautiful thing. 9. Wow. Winning in the field. Alright, so maybe I will parlay that one. Let's see if we can keep the field rolling. There's a 6. Unfortunately, knocked off our don't, but we did have some pretty nice wins. So we did lose a little bit of winnings there. It can't all go all our way. It's just the nature of it. Now these are off, just to be clear, to come out. And we lose that one. So very quickly, when you're using a larger don't, this come out can be treacherous. On the 4. Alright, so again, I'm going to play the iron cross. I'm going to play it the cheap way without the 5. Okay. Got the 10. Alright, let's do that. Let's parlay. And we've got a 3. So I can't complain about the field today. It's been awesome. So I'll lock that back up. Just go back down to the base unit. I might pick up the 5 just for a bit. Right, that'll cover it. There's a 7. All right, and that's fine. Okay. There we go. And one of those is a winnings, obviously. So these will come back. All right, so I just need to square up some blacks because we did have a couple of losses there. We are all right. So now that gets us back to our 6 blacks, plus what we've got 150 on the felt. So we're basically up $200. If we hadn't had a couple of those come out losses, then we would have actually been quite well ahead now. Probably would have had enough for our profit. Up 6. All right, so again, iron cross, 9. All right. 9, back to back, that's great. So I'll pick up 2 there. I'll let it roll. 4, awesome. How many can we get? 10. I mean, this is just perfect. When you're getting fields like this and you've parlayed it up, it's just doing amazing. 4. Take that back. Do I want to reduce it? Who knows? Let's see. Should have reduced it because we got knocked off our don't. All right, so we literally have broken even, I think, on all of that. Maybe broke even because we got knocked off our point again. So, all right, this is off, just to be clear. And to come out 7. So we're kind of treading water. We're not really able to get ahead. We're not losing a lot, but we're kind of just treading water. 10. All right, so again, I'm just going to do the cheap iron cross. Got the 9. All right, so I'll pick up the 5 this time. I got the 8. All right, so there we go, back in the field. Like this. Again, I think we are still down a bit. There's a 5. So that one just pays 35. So I'll just rack that one. I could probably press it up now. 5, just as well. All right. Come back. 9. Winner in the field. And unfortunately, didn't pocket that one. But there's our 7. All right. 100, 150. So most of what we lost there was actually winnings that we've pressed up on our bets. So let's see where we're at. Because I'm supposed to have 6 here. We don't quite have 6. That's 5. I'll take those there. That's another 100 there. So we're basically even, plus a tiny bit, but we're not down. So we're not down. So there's 150. Let's get on to it. I actually think if I wasn't parlaying the field, we absolutely would be down, because we wouldn't have been getting those bigger wins that we were actually getting. And it's only the bigger wins that are replenishing our don'ts, because our don'ts are getting knocked off I don't think we've had, there might have been one shooter that we didn't get knocked off, but we're pretty much getting knocked off most shooters, which is my experience with the don'ts. I just find the things very treacherous. I've used them, but using large don'ts, I find them exactly like what's happening here, more trouble than they're worth. They're just not really saving the day. They're eating more than what they're actually giving me as benefit. 9. Alright, so here we go. Doing the cheap cross without the 5. Of course we got the 5, we lose. Alright, back in the field. And there's a 7. Alright, so very quick one. Again, we lost there because we lost some money in the field, but probably down $10. But we did have a come out loss on that shooter too. So I think we did. I think it was a come out loss anyway. 5. So again, get to do the iron cross, and we've got a 6-4-10. I was going to say yeah, but it's a 6-4-10. There we go. So it pays in the field. Do I want to parlay? Let's try it. Whacked out don't. I'm pretty much knocking them off every single time. So there's only so many times you can, and we lose the field too, there's only so many times you can kind of indulge it where you just go, okay, you know, shooters hit their points all the time in this game, and every time they're hitting a point, you're losing a don't bet. And you see people hit their points like every second shooter. Alright, 6, move over to here. So we were up, we're now quite a long way down, because we've just had a bunch of those don'ts get knocked off, but we are waiting for a roll. Again, we're not really able to get anywhere. We're just going through these come outs, and this is the problem, right? You get short hands, means more come outs. You get shooters hitting points, means more come outs. So it kind of escalates into more times you have to go through this dreaded come out. And the more times you go through this, the more disadvantage you're getting. So it's like the disadvantage breeds more disadvantage, if that makes sense. Every point you hit, another come out roll. Every time 7 rolls, another come out roll. So even though, yeah, you end up breaking even on the 7, plus a little bit, right? It's just another come out where you got the massive disadvantage on the don't. And that's why playing a large don't, I'm not a fan of it, but I am indulging it because I want to see if it works. And I'm using this real bankroll to do it. So let's get started. 9. All right. So 5, 6, 8. We'll leave the 5 off. Just go in the field because I kind of want to get something on every roll. Got the 8. All right. There we go. Maybe I can pick up the 5. Just rack this. 6. Right, rack it. So I can keep that one. There we go. 9. Do I want to collect it or do I want to parlay it? Let's that's our point. Again, did we win $150 between losing $150? No, not again. Still, no, we didn't. So, all right, these are off. So the value proposition's not really getting there for me on this play. It's just losing more than it wins. When you're having short rolls, you're going through the come out, more losses, and you're getting short rolls. So it only really makes sense when you're getting long rolls. And guess what happens on long rolls? You get knocked off your don'ts. So I kind of struggle with this play, and I'm not being critical to Jacob. I think it can work, can make money, but what I see at the table and the way I random roll the dice, I knock off the bloody don't bets all the time. I get knocked off. I hit these points. Even though I have short rolls, I still manage to hit a point on a short roll. And if you're not getting long rolls, you're going through more of these, more come out losses. And it's just not adding up. And the longer the roll you get, guess what happens? You get knocked off your don't. So I kind of, there's a very, very thin part where you might do okay. But I'm not seeing, really not seeing a, for me, a value proposition by playing this. Because I am struggling to make money here because of the large don't bet. All right. So we've got this one for cheap, and guarantee you we will get knocked off it. Now, so I meant to put an extra one there. Just making sure I got the right amount on there. 60 on there. But there we go. So if I wasn't parlaying, there's no way I would have as much. Well, I've got 3 units instead of just 2 units. Of course I should have left it on there and I would have done very well for myself. Nine. Right. And of course we've got the 8, so fortunately that parlay didn't pay off. And there's our 7. So we made a little bit. We didn't get knocked off this time, but again, it's a short roll. And because it's a short roll, we have to go through this again. So let's see how we go. So I may as well have knocked my point off because every come out is the treacherous thing. So if I'm not getting knocked off on the come out, I'm rolling come out 7s. So you know, we're literally down $500. Oh, this has lost $500. It's not doing well at all. 4. It's really not doing well. and I saw it get up a little bit, but it really hasn't really had its head above water the entire time. It's only for a little bit we got a little bit up, because I still had we're still down on some blacks, got up a tiny bit, but we've been down under the water most of the session. Whoops, dropped my dice then. So, no, these are on. I'm doing it without the 5, so we're doing it cheaper. 5, of course. It's the only number it could roll to hurt me the most. Or it could have rolled the 4, I guess. Again, I forgot to put that in, but I'm gonna say I did have that in, because that's the strategy. And I get paid 70. And there's a 7. So again, another short roll. Hooray, I get to go through the come out again and lose another 150 bucks. All right, I lose all this. Yes, sure, I pick it up here. And now, there's some new dice, and now I face this horrible come out. Back onto the 6. I can be thankful we didn't get a yo. Can be very, very thankful for that. All right. Here we go. 5. Yo. Oh, sorry, not yo, 10. All right, so 10, I'm parlaying it. No, we didn't get it. We got the 8. So, supposed to have that in the field. So I'm going to count that. I don't know why I picked that up. That is a 4. So I'll parlay. 9. Alright, so I'm going to just ride this field as long as I can. 5. Alright. No cigar. Alright, so I've got 100 there. I'm going to take that back. Put 100 back over here. Because the Lord knows we need it. And there's our 6. Knocked off our don't. So tell me how many of these don'ts have actually made us some money. I don't think we've had one. I'm playing this strategy. I feel like I'm just going round and round again. Sorry, that was a 6. What am I doing? I'll lose that. I was thinking it was a 7. I'll lose that. So, do I want to keep playing this? I'm asking myself, because I'm down 500 bucks. It's a pretty big loss. In all the sessions I've played, like my last session, we had a really bad run. I lost about the same amount, and I wanted to get back my bankroll quickly. And you know, I'm kind of at that point where I've indulged this long enough to see how it plays, and it's not playing well at all. So we're down a couple of $100. So let's just lay the 10 for 400. See if I can get it back. Call it a day. 6. Glad I'm not on the don't. Look what happened there. Yo. 7. All right. So 400 means 200, and I have to pay 10 in vig. So kind of got ourselves, what's that? Let me double check. 1,000, 1,100, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm back to even, and I'm going to leave it there. But I played the 6, 7, 8, and the large don't was the Achilles heel of the thing. Didn't help us, just hurt us, and we lost. We got down very low, about $500 down. We really didn't get a chance to make any money on that strategy at all. Having said that, my other strategy where I was playing this, it also had bad outcomes as well. So every strategy has a bad set of rolls, but the fact that, I don't know, the volatility of putting up $150 so you can play something up here, it's just, to me, it's too much risk. I didn't even get some yo's on the come out. I don't think I even had one yo. So if we had some yo's thrown in there, we would have been down another one of these, with a few yo's. For some reason, we just didn't see very many yo's on the come out. We did see them when we were on the field, but on the come out, we were very lucky to avoid them. We did have sevens. I'm sure we got those, but the number of times we hit the point, just the don'ts just get murdered when the shooters hitting their points. And I find when random rolling, I hit points a lot, and even though the hands are short, I still manage to hit a point. Get short hands, hit a point, then 7 out, and guess what happens after a 7 out? Straight back into this thing again. So the turnover of quick hands puts you back here every time, and that kills you. And the dynamics of the don't is where that's my biggest beef with the bet. It looks like a good bet, looks great. Compared to the pass line, the odds are about the same, right? The payout, the odds, the probability of success versus loss is about the same. But guess what? What happens on a pass when you hit the point? Oh, you're straight back into advantage. You're straight back into advantage every time. You've got the advantage here. You're 2-1 favourite, and you're getting paid even where you've got 2-1 advantage, and you're getting paid even. It's fantastic. And sure, you lose a little bit here. Your probability of success drops once the point's set, right? But the thing is, you're straight back into advantage. Whether you win or lose, you're back into an advantage point. Where with the don't, win or lose, you're back into disadvantage every time. And it's that dynamic that means that you seem to suffer more losses on the don't. So, it's just, for me, it's the dynamics that fronting up with a large don't over and over and over again. It's just too volatile. And I'm not saying it can't work. It can work fantastic when you're not hitting points. But if you're still having short hands, guarantee you're still going to make losses here because of that come out disadvantage. All right, you've got the yo and the 7. Right, there's 8 combinations against you. And how many winning combinations? Right, you've got the 2 and the 3, and that's it. And the 12's a push. So, all the 12 does is say, oh, guess what? Go through the come out again. Right, face it yet again. Face that disadvantage yet again. So you're 8-3 against you on the come out. So it's a pretty bad deal on that part of the hand. But I'm just going to leave it there. I just find that I still hit the points regardless of what the damn point is. Still manage to hit so many of them. It's not a play that I'm comfortable with, putting a large don't. As I said, much more comfortable putting a layup because I don't have to pay the come out tax. I'm happy to pay a vig, but risking out on that come out just doesn't seem to add up for me. in my experience. So, but happy for you to have a different opinion. I love Jacob's stuff. There's no slant against Jacob. I just want to be very clear. I love his stuff. He does great, great videos, great strategies. He's a real leader in doing craps videos. So this is nothing against Jacob at all. It's just my personal take on using a large don't bet. That I find it, just too volatile. So, anyway, I'll leave it there. Look forward to your comments and feedback.